When you're having trouble finding your ancestors in census records, have you changed your search strategies and methodologies? Howdy, I'm Devon Noel Lee, and this is Family History Fanatics. If this is your first time joining us, Andy, Caleb, and I have over 40 years of genealogy experience between the three of us. We like to teach you how to find your family and capture your legacy and have a whole lot of fun along the way. Today we're on episode 11 of the Research Over My Shoulder series featuring Winfield Underwood and the research question, who are his parents? If you've just jumped in on this journey along with us, be sure to check the info cards or the description for the playlist that can get you all caught up. In this video, we're going to pick up where we left off, and that is, can we find additional records for Winfield prior to his marriage to Rhoda Kelly in 1885? With the current search terms of Winfield Underwood, born in 1857 in Kentucky, I'm not finding the 1870 and 1880 U.S. Census. Here's my first change in my search strategies. I'm going to alter the parameters that I have in these search forms on FamilySearch. Now this applies to Ancestry.com, Find My Past, MyHeritage, and all other online databases that you search. Change the parameters in the search forms. I'm going to remove the given name of Winfield and just leave Underwood as the surname. I'm going to leave born about 1856 in Kentucky and see what shows up. Now, I received a number of hints, but I'm focusing on finding census records, so I'm going to change my methodology one more time. This is my second shift in how I search, and that is to focus on collections. Reduce or filter just to specific collections, and then examine the results. So let's eliminate all of the hints except for those for the specific 1870 and 1880 census records, and how I'm going to do that is I'm going to go to the Collections tab, click on that, and then select the Collection 1880 Census. Let's start with that one first. When we look at the 1880 census results for Underwood and then the birth and the place that we selected, I find just 3 pages of results. That is not bad. So when I look at all of the results, it's not until I get to the third page, page 3, where I see a promising hint. There is a W. Underwood for Kentucky. The birth year is 1858, which isn't too far off the year that I am searching for. He is from Kentucky, and he's living in Grayson, Texas. Big clue. W. Underwood could be Winfield Underwood, but W can stand for a lot of things, I know. He's living in Grayson, Texas, where Winfield winds up, gets married, and has some kids. Okay, that's good. And his birthplace is Kentucky. Yay! Do I have enough? Not yet. I need to dig further. Actually, I need to go look at the original record and see what's going on. When I do that, I discover that Winfield is 22 years old and he's living in the home of someone else. He's a servant. Not bad, especially if somebody's migrating from one place to another as a solo individual. They can be a boarder, a servant, a hired hand, something like that. Sometimes students, you never know. But what I do know is he's not likely related to the person that he's in the household from. So what's my next search strategy? Do I just give up? No, what I'm going to do for my third change in my search strategy is I'm going to see if there are any other Underwoods from Kentucky in Grayson in 1880. Because if there are, then I can go down that path and possibly find new relatives. If there aren't, then I might have to make another pivot. So it's logical that there could be other relatives there, so let's change our search strategy. In order to do that, we're going to leave Underwoods as a search term as for the last name, for the surname. We're going to take off the birth year. We're going to take off their birthplace and switch from birthplace to residence, Grayson County, Texas. So we're searching for all Underwoods that are in Grayson County, Texas. We only get 8 results. Okay, 8 results. That's a great number to investigate. As we scroll down, we find 2 promising results. There is an H.J. Underwood, born in Kentucky. Now, he's older than Winfield, and his age is approximately at the age that you would expect Winfield's father to be. And he is living with Clinton Underwood. Now, this record states that Clinton is H.J.'s son, and Clinton is also from Kentucky and about the age to be Winfield's brother. Your spidey senses are going crazy, but I don't have conclusive evidence yet. So let's dig a little bit deeper and see what's going on. What we find out when we look at the actual image is that H.J. is not the head of the household. He and his son, Clinton, are living with someone else. But Clinton definitely is identified in this record as his H.J.'s son. They are farming, and when we scroll over the birth of H.J. to the far right column, we will see that his parents are from North Carolina. In a previous video, we said that this was a very good clue. His dad was from North Carolina and his mom was from another location. Oh, darn. The census record doesn't have his parent from 2 different locations. They're both from North Carolina. Census records are not infallible, so it's entirely possible that either the previous record has the Hyrum we found mother from its wrong place, or this one has a mistake. But it definitely is worth continuing to investigate, don't you think? And it's clue web time. I know. I'm obsessed with clue webs because I like to visualize the information I've found. So once again, we found an H.J. Underwood living in Grayson County, Texas in 1880. No wife is listed, but we do have a birth of Kentucky about the age to be the father of Winfield. Hyrum's parents are listed as both from North Carolina, and he has a son, Clinton. Now, if we put that new clue web on the same page as the previous clue web we made, with the Hyrum and the Nancy and the Winfield and the Cordelia and the Hyrum and the Cecilia, we can see a lot of potential overlap. Now, Clinton wasn't old enough to be born to be included in that first clue web, but we can see where he could have been a younger sibling to Winfield and Cordelia. We also see that the parents, Celia and Hyrum, being born from North Carolina and Virginia, and this one has the North Carolina. So there are definite possibilities. I'm confident that we have found Winfield's father in the 1880 census, but I don't have enough evidence to say it conclusively. I need more records to prove the case. That's the number 2, maybe. The number 2 thing that you need to make sure you're doing in genealogy. Number 1, look at original sources. Number 2, gather as much evidence you need to prove the case, and it's generally more than just one record. If you have missed any of the research over my shoulder videos that I have done or Caleb has done, be sure to check the playlist on the screen now. But there's also additional videos that might be of interest from Andy, Caleb, or myself.